Welcome back to channel everyone. In this video I'm going to talk about how you can create multi-level approval flow for your SharePoint list using Power Automate. This is my upcoming project list, and if there is a new entry in this particular list, it goes for multiple approval where stage 1, stage 2 and the final stage we have created. So if a stage 1 approve it, it goes for a next stage, and if the stage 2 approve it, goes for the final stage. And if any of these stages the request has been rejected, the status will update here in this approval status. So let's just talk about how we can do that. I'll go in my Power Automate and I'm going to create section right now. I'll start creating an automated flow. I can choose a trigger option as when a new item is created in SharePoint list, and name my list is multi-level approval. Click on create, select your site name, select the list name, and step 1 is completed. The next step is look for approval connector, create an approval, start and wait for approval, and wait for an approval. So I'm gonna go with start and wait for approval, and approval type will be approve and reject first to respond. Title will be stage 1, assigned to, I'm providing some specific email ID names. You can provide wherever you want, and yeah, that's we are there. And now the next step will be control, where I'm putting a conditions. Our earlier approval ones, we used to have a response option, but now you can see there is no response as such there, it's responses. So it will be now the outcome is equal to approve, then 365 Outlook, send email. The email is going to send the person who has created this one. Subject approval stage 1, and in the body we can mention hi, created by display name. Your request is in stage 1 in regards, and that's it. And once we'll see that it is approved, we have to just update our status column also there. So I'll go in SharePoint option here, SharePoint, and update item, list name, upcoming project, ID will be create item ID, and the approval stage I'm going to set after this is stage 2. So that means if the approval start, it check if it is approved, it goes here in our yes section and send emails to a created person who has created the workflow, who has created the item, and once the email has sent to him, it's basically update the status column to stage 2. So now it is in stage 2. What we're gonna do is we're gonna add one more action here. So that is again approval action. Start and wait for approval. Type of approve and first respond. Stage 2. Email address. I'm gonna provide the same email ID that I provided earlier. It's just for testing purpose. Nothing detail I'm putting right now. It's just as simple I'm going. And okay, so once it is done, I'll add a action control here, condition control, sorry, against outcome of this particular one. Okay, now remember this outcome of the start approval 2, not the previous one we have created. So the outcome of this one is equal to approve Then it goes to our yes section, and again create the same Outlook emails, send email, gonna send to created by email, and the subject will be stage 2. And here we can also specify that created by display name. Right. So once that is done, I'm gonna just update my SharePoint test list name, upcoming project ID will be item ID. Project name will be your project name. This is the mandatory one. I have just kept that column. You can just remove this as a mandatory. Not an issue on this. And the approval stage I'm gonna set is now approved. And so this is the yes condition we have set. If there is condition is not approved, then what we're gonna do? We're gonna send an email here also. Send email to the persons who has created this. Hi, created by display name. So that's the email we can just drop. And after that, I'm gonna say SharePoint update item test upcoming project. ID will be my ID. Project name we have to provide because I have just kept it mandatory, so you can just remove that. And the status I need to set here is rejected. All right, add the same action here by going to my Outlook. Yeah, that's there. I need to just update my SharePoint item, project name, and the status we're going to set here is rejected. All right, then we are good to go now. If you can see in my, so how this flow is working now, this the when a new item is created, it's look for approval, and the outcome of approval is equal to approve. Then it will goes to this yes section and will send emails to the person who has created this one, that's sending that your request has been approved in stage 1, and then it's update the item status to stage 2, and after that start next level approval, uh, stage 2, where it's going to this particular person. And once that person also either approve or reject this particular one, according to that it goes to our yes section and send emails to created person, and then update it to approved. And if not, then just send emails to created person and say it's rejected. And same goes with our this particular stage 1 also. If it is rejected, then it will goes here, and it will say to that person your request has been rejected, and will update the status of the column as rejected. And after this, you can put one more step here is terminate this particular flow, and the status is succeeded. And that's all. Our flow has been terminated and our flow is completed. And also, if you want at the approval level, you can add a parallel branch here, saying that if you want to send a reminder email by just clicking on this particular one, add a parallel branch here. Likewise, you can just send this notifications after a day if someone is not replying on this approve or reject request. So that's the way you can create your multi-level approval flow for your SharePoint list. I hope this is what you're looking for. Let me just save this one, and I'll go and create a Project name test. Put a project cost, something like this. Stage 1 is by default there. Now you can see that at your approval history, it is running. So it's in stage 1, went for approval. I'll go to my emails, you'll see that I got an approval email here. Either I can approve it. I say stage 2 approval. Start. That means I'm in stage 1, approved this one. You can see that condition changed here. I got an email notification also that as a creator, you requested in stage 1. And again, I got a stage 2 request now because I have just put my name in all these approval ones. So stage pending approval. Okay. Now let me just say it approved. And you can see that. Hey, your request has been approved. You can now start your project. If you can see that, everything is done. Our workflow has been terminated. And now in stage 2 right now, I can see that now it's approved. So that's the way you can create multi-level approval flow. And even if you want to add more conditions, more approval here, you can just keep on adding here and put the conditions according to your requirements. I hope you like this video. If you do, don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you so much for watching.